Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's JPA here after a massive, long time away from the camera. I have wanted to get back to it a couple of times and various things happened that I just couldn't do it. So that's me back now. I'm just going to get straight into this video. I'm pretty sure we all know what the video is about, given the timing of the video. Yep, we're here to talk about the appointment of Russell Martin as Rangers head coach. It's not a manager role as such. There are things going on above, like director of football and stuff is like that. Makes it a slightly different role in terms of what we're used to as Rangers fans. Going in a slightly different direction, probably more modern than we're used to. So let's just get straight into this and talk about it. Russell Martin was not my first choice. And safe to say, I didn't take it well, really, at the start. When I first kind of heard the news, I was like, nah, please no him. There's other candidates that I would have preferred. In my opinion, Davide Angelotti was my preferred option. I won't go into why. I just think it was a kind of new direction that we perhaps could have explored. When I first heard the news, I was pretty disappointed. Mixed emotions, to be honest. I was a little bit angry. A little bit deflated after the whole kind of high of the takeover, to then come to the news that we're picking somebody that wasn't my favourite, and it probably wasn't a lot of Rangers fans' favourites, if you're being honest with yourself. So let's kind of dive into, we're not going to go into every single stat of he did this and he did that. He's previously managed MK Dons, previously managed Swansea, and he's previously managed Southampton. Now his first, I don't know if it was his first season in Southampton, but he's in the Championship. He did really well with them, managed to get them promoted, playing some good football. But then he took that philosophy into the Premiership, where he probably could have maybe changed a little bit his style of play, and he got found out, winning only one game out of 16 before he was sacked in December. So no great reading. If you look at his stats, they're no brilliant. He seems to concede pretty much as many goals as he scores with his teams, but he's got that attacking philosophy, very similar to Ange Postecoglou. I'm not saying he's a carbon copy of that, but it is kind of a similar style where he go after the teams, pin them back, press very high up the pitch. It's good attacking football to watch if you can get the players to implement it. I don't think we've got the players right enough just now. We'd probably have to go down the road of recruitment, which is going to be the same for any Rangers manager that comes in. Let's be honest, team last year wasn't good enough. Obviously I wasn't doing the videos at that time, so I've not really spoke about that. We can maybe look at that in another video. Let's just talk about Russell Martin just now. As I said, for me it's a big risk. He has got a good footballing philosophy. He's very knowledgeable about the game. If you see him in his interviews, he talks very well about the game. Obviously has that previous experience of being at Rangers, albeit it was just a loan spell, and he didn't really cover himself in any glory there. But then again, the whole squad was pretty poor that year. Goes without saying that it's a recurring theme at Rangers just now to not do well. But hopefully Russell Martin can come in and change that. As I said, my initial reaction was no. I'm starting to come round to the idea that it might be a good idea. I initially said that I'm not going to back him, I'm not going to go back to Ibrox. That's nonsense talk. Of course I'm going to back him. Of course I'm going to go back to Ibrox and watch Rangers play and support the team. I just want Rangers to do well. I want Rangers to win trophies, and hopefully Russell Martin can do that. So I'm not going to go into massive detail of his stats and what he did at his previous clubs. His previous clubs really doesn't matter. It's what he does at Rangers that actually counts. If you want a fantastic breakdown on him, go to like Heart and Hand podcast, go to CG Novo 992. You'll get a great breakdown of what kind of manager he is there. I'm just really here to kind of gauge a reaction of how you guys feel about this. I've already kind of seen Bob Steele. Hopefully Bob's watching this video. He's having all deserted me, by the way, but I've seen his kind of knee-jerk reaction as well on CJ's, just as a comment. So hopefully you can put your comments down below and we'll kind of have a wee discussion of how you are feeling about this. As I said, I wasn't happy about it when I initially heard the news. It wasn't my first choice, probably wasn't even my third, fourth or even fifth choice, if I'm honest with you, but he's here now. We have to kind of back him, and yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are. And thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you can subscribe if you're new.